Hello everyone, welcome to Vicar David's 60-second slot. Last Tuesday, whether or not you sent or received a Valentine's card, you still will have been aware that Valentine's Day had come around once more to celebrate stability in relationships, love, romantic love, family life and marriage. And some people are saying that St. Valentine himself, who was an elderly celibate Christian martyr from the 3rd century AD, shouldn't really be associated with this festival anymore because what has he got to do with romantic love? Well, I think very much that he should be associated with it, because when you find out his story, you find out something about why he is the patron saint of romantic love. St. Valentine was an elderly Christian priest, and as a priest would have been celibate in Rome in the 260s leading up to the year 270, and lived under the persecution of the splendidly named Emperor Claudius Gothicus, otherwise known as Claudius the Cruel, because he constantly waged war on all of his neighbours and terrorised his people, amongst whom were the Christians, who he tried to have banned. And more than this, as a deterrent to stop people, men particularly, saying that they didn't want to go off and fight in the war, he banned marriage and he banned relationships, especially romantic relationships. So not only did the Christian church face persecution in that it couldn't celebrate or worship together, or the priests perform the sacraments, administer the sacraments to the people, people couldn't get married either. All of which Valentine completely ignored. And underground, he led worship, he administered the sacraments, and he also performed and presided at marriages. He married people, all of which was against the Claudian persecution. So he was someone who very much affirmed not only romantic love, but the institution of marriage, and in the end put his own life on the line to defend young people in acknowledging and affirming that love, that relationship between them in the sacrament of marriage. Well, all this was found out, and Valentine was dragged before Claudius in the year 270 in Rome. But interestingly, he wasn't straight away put to death, because Claudius saw something in Valentine and in his conversations that made him very much take to him. And in the course of many conversations that Valentine had with Claudius, Valentine tried to persuade Claudius to become a Christian, to convert to Christianity. And when this was found out, Claudius had no choice but to execute Valentine, which he did in the year 270. So you see, very much Valentine, even though he himself was an elderly person, long past marriage years, affirmed not only the institution of marriage, but the loving relationship which stands behind it. And not only that, he risked his own life to help those people who wanted to very much to celebrate this. So I think there's every reason why this elderly celibate priest from the 3rd century AD should be the patron saint of love, the patron saint of romantic love. Here's a sonnet by Malcolm Guite, one of my favourite poets, who brings out these ideas of affirming not only love, but affirming Valentine as an embodiment of that himself. Why should this martyr be the saint of love? A quiet man, a celibate who celebrated marriage, a quiet man of unexpected courage, an ageing priest with nothing left to prove. He loved the young and made their plight his cause. He called for fruitfulness, not waste in wars. He found a sure foundation, stood his ground, and gave his life to guard the love he'd found. Why should this martyr be our Valentine? Perhaps because he kept his covenant. Perhaps because, with prayer still resonant, he pledged the bridegroom's love in holy wine. Because perhaps the echo of his name can kindle love again to living flame. Thank you for watching, and God bless you.